Hey everyone, got a really exciting video for you today. It's really one that I look forward to every month, and it's because I get to talk with Benny Clay, one of the guys in Fresno I count on. I get to double check what I am seeing every day with someone who's there looking at deals. How you doing, Benny?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. For those folks that haven't watched your past videos, can you do a quick intro to who is Benny Clay and your team?
Yeah, my name is Benny Clay. I'm the co-founder of the Clayson Group here at Keller Williams Fresno. I've got 4 agents working underneath me. One of my partners is a big investor here in town, which is one of your favorites, Jason Pritchard.
Mm-hmm.
And we do investments, and we also do a lot on the agent side. So we do a lot of resale. And so we're big, and we're do both things, and we're looking to help people out on both sides of the fence there.
Yeah, so one of the things you'll see, and we'll hit this up at the very end, but if you are looking to invest in Fresno or perhaps move from the Silicon Valley or SoCal to Fresno, you need to look up Benny and his team. His number will be on the last slide, so that is coming. But their team knows what's going on, both from investing, buying, living in Fresno. It's a great thing to see. So before we bring up your slides, I want to tell you what I am sensing, right? As you know, I look
Okay.
at Fresno every day.
Yep.
And what I've started to see is very early signs that I guess I'll call the market cooling, and calling a market that has so low inventory cooling is a stretch, but it doesn't seem to be the raging inferno it was in, say, September or October. I mean, stuff would come on, it would be locked up with 12 offers in 6 minutes. It felt like stuff is still going pending. It's just taking days now. I think some of this could be, I think it's just the winter. I think it's the time of year, it's holidays. In my opinion, the biggest problem, so the demand is cooling, but my biggest fear is, or biggest issue is still supply. We still have a supply side problem.
We
So that's
do.
what I see coming in. We're going to pull up your reports or your charts, which I haven't looked at yet.
Okay.
But let me see how close I am. Let's see here.
Okay.
So I put them in the charts as you sent them over. So here's the first one. Can you see it?
Yep.
Awesome. So what does this chart tell us in your opinion?
Well, this chart tells me, in my opinion, that things are still pretty strong as far as going in October. We had solds were down 2%. For sales, meaning the number of listings were up 2.4%, and pendings were up 2%. But what that does also tell us is that before we were seeing that climbing in like the 10 to 20%.
Mm-hmm.
So it's starting to slow down a little bit as far as that's concerned. So and then from the current year versus last year, inventory is still down 50%. So we're
Yeah.
still down in inventory. Supply is still low. But we're looking at pending are still up 15%. So the people looking are still out there. But I do think, starting in November with the team and what we're experiencing on the agent side, we are seeing things slowing down a little bit. We are coming into Thanksgiving and Christmas and the holidays. We just had an election. There's going to be a lot of adjustments and a lot of things changing. So I
Mm-hmm.
think people are just now like putting the brakes on hold for a little bit to see what's going to happen with everything.
Yeah, and I just wanted to circle a couple of numbers. When I look at this kind of folks on the screen now, there's an October 20th and an October 19th chart. And that first thing, the first sale, right? In October 20, it was 650 active listings. October 2019, basically double.
Right.
Um, that's October of 19 was kind of a normal market, right? So this is still a market that is on fire, right? Just have no inventory. If
That
you
is
go
correct.
left of that, kind of September 20 with October 20, that's what I was trying to say in my intro. It's like, I'm starting to see things come out, last a little longer. So yeah, I mean, it's up. I don't know. What is that? 2%? Yeah, 2.5%.
2%, where we, like before you and I were doing this, Michael, it was going up 10 to 20%.
Right.
Things were going up a little bit. It was starting to climb, especially after March, April, after COVID started, went through a little bit initial phase. We started
Mhm.
seeing like May, June, it started picking way back up.
Yeah. Yeah. And then again, we got the solds. Solds are, again, they're a little bit. So yeah, I think, again, first chart, I think I guess it pays to look at your market every day. I guess that's what I'll take from
Yep.
this chart. All right, let's see what we got next. Oh, average price per square foot. There you go. Oh, look at
Yeah,
that.
I wanted to put this
193.
on there for you to see, especially you. And I
Yeah.
know, you study this stuff. You can see how it's still going up.
Yeah.
And that's the old supply demand, I think, what's causing that number to go up, obviously.
Yeah, I think there's a lot. I mean, again, this is, I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but Forbes put out a report, and I did a video on it, I think it's 3 weeks ago, where Fresno was one of the top 15 hottest markets in the country.
Yeah,
And
I shared that with on my. Yeah, that was a great article. I was like, everybody, you need to read this article. This is cool. And I was sharing that article. I mean, that was saying a lot. That's
yeah,
pretty interesting. We're
and
one
I,
of the hottest markets in the nation.
yeah, and I think that's going to continue. I think the suburbs, I think, you don't have it's not really a very vertical city. It's more spread out, kind of like, it's more like a Texas city where it's spread out and you have land to build. It's not like San Francisco where you're land constrained and you can only go up. So I think, I'll just say it now. I think average per square foot in Fresno probably is over 200 by, God, April, May, if not
I
sooner.
I probably agree with you on that. And don't you think there's a couple factors in that too, that people are leaving the bigger cities and coming this way
Oh,
because you don't have to
absolutely.
work there anymore, and things are more remote. So I think that's causing that.
Oh,
And
for sure.
until we fix the supply issue, that's going to stay that way, don't you think?
Oh, it has to. I mean, yeah. If you're down at a month's supply, prices, the only thing can happen is prices go up.
I
Um,
agree.
and it just, Fresno is going to be more expensive. I mean, and oh, by the way, for me, it's going to be, what's going to happen is values will go up first, which are happening right now, and then rents will be right behind it, which will be good for a guy like me. So yeah, that's coming. All right, what do we got next? Oh, continuing days on market. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. A little tick up. Damn it.
Yeah.
Almost like I know what I'm talking about.
I do think though, November and December, you'll see that change a little bit, in my opinion.
So what do you mean? So you think it'll go higher, 23, 24?
Yeah, I think so. I just think, with the holidays coming, I just and the election and things changing, I just think people are going to take a break for a couple months, see how things are going to go, and
Mhm.
then when I think the first of the year, it'll start picking back up again. That's my personal opinion. I'm just don't have a crystal ball, but
No, I think that's real. I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, look at last year, 19. Yeah, so it went from 38 to 40, so call it almost a 10%, maybe 5% move.
yep,
And then like a 20% move till January, right? 40 to 47. So
yep.
I think that's likely. I do. I think that's, I mean, yeah, I think if it's 21 days now, and again, I'm glad the data's, man, almost like I know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's slowing down a little bit. It's not as quite as crazy. So yeah, I think, it could be 24 or 25 days by the end of December, but still, that's
So that's a low number.
that's
That's not even a
crazy
normal
low.
market. You know that.
That's crazy low, man. God
That's
damn.
crazy low, man. Yes.
Yeah. All right. That's awesome. Oh, look at that, month's inventory. Yep.
I knew you'd like this slide. This is one of your favorite slides. That's
Absolutely.
why I put this in here.
Yeah. Again, we're at one. I mean, when you're at one, so I mean, supply demand, it's just prices are going to go up. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly right. I mean, it's just look, the data doesn't lie, right?
I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, come on.
Yep.
I mean, even if month supply, I mean, even if we got to like 1.4 or 1.5 by the end of the year, it's still remarkably low.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
just, it's
we
just,
definitely have a supply issue right now. I mean, that is the biggest number one factor, I think, in everything is the supply issue.
yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy. All right. And then what do we got? Solds and for sale. Okay.
Yep. So here's what things, the green line is what's for sale at the average price.
Oh, so
Uh,
this is average price. So the
average
average
price.
sale is 364. Average listing is 470.
Correct.
That's the whole $1 million homes pulling that
Yes.
higher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So folks, if you don't know Fresno has, I don't know, probably 0.5% of, oh, probably less than half.
Yeah.
Probably a quarter of 1% of their listings are multi-millions of dollars, big lots, big houses. Those pull the averages up, hence the listing difference. Those don't sell very frequently, hence the difference.
Yeah. I was looking at the chart as I pulled data for $1 million, and I think we sold like 5 or 6 last month, and there was like 10 on the market. So if you take 10 and there's 650 for sale,
Yeah.
there's your data right there. I mean, it's
Yeah, it
not
just pulls it
not
higher.
very much.
Yeah, yeah. And I think I looked one time. I think you have like 5 listings over 2 million or something like that. So
Yeah,
it
two
just,
million. I mean, you get anything over 2 million in Fresno, that's a big deal. That's a
yeah,
that's a
don't,
that's like
they don't move
a twenty
very
million
often.
dollar house where you're at.
Exactly. Yeah, those don't sell but a couple of times a year.
Right.
Yeah, but still, again, 364 median or average price. I mean, that's a record. Has to be a record.
It's got to be close. I need to look that up. I am curious about that
I
because I'm
think it
wondering
was
what '06 numbers were.
343. I think it was 343.
In '06, was it
I
343?
think so. I
I
mean,
need to look that up. I should have done that. We'll have to do that next time, or maybe end of the year. We'll look that
yeah,
up
we'll look that
together
up. Yeah.
and go over that.
Yeah. But this is just telling us what's going on. I mean, so here's the deal, right? Prices are going to go up. Inventory. So inventory will tick up a little bit. Demand will soften a little bit because of holidays. Prices will still go up. Price per square foot, average price. Fresno is still a hot market, right? That's just what's going on. So in the end, if you want to
Yeah.
know what's going on in Fresno, Benny Clay, phone number is 559-940-0606. And you can email him there at benny@theclaysongroup.com. I wanted to say that out loud because some people listen to this on a podcast. They may not actually see that. But Benny, any closing thoughts?
No, man, I just, thank you for having me on your show. I love going over the data. I appreciate let me come on here, and I want to keep doing this with you if you don't mind once a month so that we
Once a
can
month.
keep
Yep.
sharing with everybody and learning together what's going on and help each other out. And again, if anybody's looking to buy, sell, or invest in Fresno or Clovis, please give me a call
Yep.
or look me up on social media. I'd really appreciate it. And I'd love to help you out.
Very cool, Benny. I recommend Benny and the whole Clayson group. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. All right, Benny?
All right. Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh.